The more you do it, the more you'll get out of it. When we do it 1 day a week, this is kind of like a introduction or a little bit of a maintenance type thing. Really, if you want to do it on your own, anything you do on your own will give you exponentially better benefits. Because a lot of times we're doing it the one time and you just spend a lot of time trying to remember it and think what we're doing again. You know, once we do it a couple more times, maybe another month or two, if we decide to keep doing it, these things will start to become more comfortable as we do it. So to begin, I almost always start with this exercise where we put our feet about shoulder width apart. Let your arms and shoulders hang free. Let your knees bend slightly. Raise your arms up to make a big Valentine heart shape. And come down, push down, and breathe out. And I work my way from the top of my body down to my feet with all the details. So my chin goes up, chin goes down. I'm going to inhale through my nose, exhale through my mouth. So as I continue to do this, I do that little sway as I get more comfortable, more relaxed. I want to feel as if about 90 to 100% of my weight's from my navel down to my feet. So in other words, I'm not holding any weight up here. It's all down to my heels. So once again, tilt the chin up a little bit. Relax your face, your eyes, let your vision get a little blurry. Push down and breathe out. So the tongue goes up to the roof of your mouth when you breathe in. Tongue goes to the bottom of your mouth as you breathe out. And as you work your way down, you put a little more focus by your stomach. So I relax everything when I come up to here. When my hands come down in front of my chest, my navel, I squeeze my stomach muscles towards my backbone. So again, inhale. Exhale. So as we keep working our way down, it should feel like a wave. Starting with our hands, coming down towards our shoulders, our stomach squeezing, and then down towards the feet. Now if I had a ball in between my knees, I'm not going to squeeze so much as to do this, but just enough to hold it. So you feel a little tension just on the inside of the thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. So with each breath, we get a little deeper, more relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out. So now I got the weight going to my heels. I should be able to lift the shoes with my toes coming up, and then it's just a matter of squeezing your toes into your shoes, but still 90% of the weight's on the heels. Breathe in. And breathe out. Try a few more and we'll continue. Inhale. Exhale. So by the time we end up doing about 10 of these, it should feel very loose, very comfortable. Get that wave going from the top of your body all the way down, settling into your heels. Inhale. And exhale. All right, from here I'm just going to interlock my fingers, like I'm filling my lungs from the bottom all the way up. And a little stretch towards the ceiling. My knees lock, my arms straight, and then release. So my arms and shoulders dip. My hips, knees, ankles, everything bends. And my hands gather around in front. And pull in as you inhale. Exhale through your mouth, just like the other exercise, as your hands come back down. And by the time I finish, my arms are straight, my legs are straight, just minimal amount of tension, hold my body up. And go again. Inhale deep. If that feels fine and comfortable, then tilt your head up, try to look up as you stretch. And then the head goes forward, back to normal. And breathe in again. Your inhale's pulling in, your exhale's pushing away. So the reason for all these alignments and things to watch, part of it's just stretching your body out, but a lot of it has to do with how the energy flows through your body. Sink down, gather in, and out. And a lot of it, you can think of it like I'm explaining it to you. It's like, oh, we got to do it because Jim's telling us. A lot of it's just the way the body works. And if you look like at an infant or very small children, When they breathe and they're relaxed, their stomach moves, the diaphragm moves. It's natural. They breathe very deep. It's not until we start adding the things in our lifestyle, like talking as we're breathing, people talk, they eat, they're smoking. And what happens is we end up not using the diaphragm as much, and it becomes very shallow. The next thing you know, you're using 1/3 of your breath or your lung capacity, and less breath means less energy, less circulation. So let's try a couple more, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. So again, I got here where I'm reaching up. If you want to try to balance up on the ball of your feet, and then down, release. Gather in again, breathe in. Down and out. So now we can combine those last couple things where we come up on the ball of our feet and we look up as we stretch. Come down smooth on your heels. And breathe in again. And down and out. And then we can try even closer, which makes the balance even harder. Stretch up, if you can do that, look up. If you can look up, stretch up on the ball. Take a step or two if you need to. And breathe out. I did, I took a couple steps. And breathe in again. And down and out. All right, let's try with our legs apart again. Bring your arms up. Your chin goes up with your arms. Arms come down, your chin goes down. If you remember the last couple of classes, I was talking about the way we arch our back. Here I'm going to arch the lower back and then round the back. And most of it has to do with where my chin is at. Where my chin goes, my spine follows. So chin up, back is arched. Arms down, chin down, let your back round. What we're trying to do is get like a rolling motion going up and down the spine. Inhale when you come up. Exhale when you come down. And just have a gentle amount of stretching. And I arch and then come down, and letting the weight of my shoulders and my arms help stretch the spine. Now if that's all fine, when we come up, lift your heels slightly. And then we come down, we're flat again. And try to get each vertebrae to move. And then a little bit of balance with the heels coming off the ground. And go flat. If that's all good, but then lift your toes up. So we're going to go all the way from the toes to flat to the heel. So that little bit of rocking motion should be a little bit fun trying to maintain your balance. Now if we had a towel, we were shaking the sand off it. That's kind of the idea here. We're moving it. If I had the towel, I'd come down. Inhale. Roll all the way to the ball of your foot. And then flat. Lift the toes at the end. Pretty easy, right? You can always fall back to where your feet are just flat. And you're just kind of doing the spine and the arms. That should feel very relaxing doing that. But then when we do the feet, then that might get a little frustrating because your feet are trying to like grab and try and find where your center of gravity is at to balance. But that's really good. When you do most of these exercises, think of it like you have 3 ways to increase your circulation. One is getting your heart to beat. Already does, but maybe we get it to beat a little harder, a little stronger. We get our diaphragm to move. When that happens, not only is the heart moving the blood, but the organs are moving, so there's more blood. If we can get the ankle with the calf to do that pumping motion, now we're helping get more circulation down to the lower body. So not the main heart, it's not just the main heart that's doing all the work, we're giving it 2 other things to help with it. So that comes up throughout most of these type of exercises. The next one we're going to do, I'm going to get my feet a little bit wider. Like we've done in the past where I have this big ball, I'm going to try to spin the ball to the left, but turn my body to the right. And then I come back to the middle, the hands on both sides of the ball, spin it to the right, but twist your body to the left. So our midsection is kind of like a big spring at this point. Back to the center, inhale deep, arch your back. Exhale, round your back, and dip your chin. Back to the middle, inhale. Back is arched. Relax the fingers, the arms, the shoulders, and breathe out. Now when we go to each side now, not only am I going to bring the arms to the side, but I'm going to shift up on the ball of my left foot. And then bring the hands over. So I'm really trying to make this ball come all the way to the right and make my body conform to it. And then I come back, feet are flat, here's the ball. Time to go to the left, I spin, come up on the ball of my right foot, dip the chin, bring the ball to the left side of your body. And I'll always come back. Now if you need to take more than one breath, that's fine too. But generally it's inhale, exhale. Fingers loose, arms relaxed. Inhale, exhale. Back is arched. Back is rounded. Inhale, exhale. One more on each side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, up on the ball if you can, all the way up. Round your body, exhale. Come back to the center, get a little closer, take a deep breath, and slow exhale. Next one, find your lower back with your hands going like this. Give yourself a little back massage. And if you again dip your chin, round your spine, it should be a little more comfortable to reach there. So now that's fine. You're giving yourself a little back massage. Try to come up on the ball of your feet as you're giving yourself a back massage. Seems so easy. Then you got to jump up and down like a pogo stick and recite the alphabet backwards. So, anyway, you kind of get the idea. Whenever you add a couple different components to it, it makes your mind have to multitask and perform the function. So let's go on to some of the things we've done in the past now. Those are a couple new ones. So we're going to breathe in, bring our hands to our lower back again, and breathe out. From here, your chin is up, arms back, take a deep breath. Dip your chin. Let your hands go down the back side of your legs, as far down as you can go. If you can't go any further, just let your arms dangle free. And then bring your hands up the shin, the knee, the thighs, back up to where we started, but pin your shoulders back and inhale again. And then exhale. Lock your knees, lock your elbows. So it's got like 3 or 4 parts to it. Big circle with the breath, inhale. All the way to your lower back, and exhale. Chin's up, breathe in. Chin drops, shoulders drop. And then the whole upper body bends. Let your arms down, let the breath out. Now if I'm looking at my feet, it means I have some tension on my neck muscles. So I'm just going to let the top of my head point downward. Shift a little bit from right to left so you feel your lower back and the back of the leg stretch. And then come up the front again. Back to your hips, shoulders back, deep breath. And then exhale. So if you remember from a couple classes ago, I talked about relaxing. The more I tell you to relax, sometimes it doesn't help. When I tell you to relax, you just kind of let the muscles go. When we do these exercises here, you have to feel some tension to give you a contrast of what relaxed is. Remember that exercise I had everybody get tight, hold their fist and their arm and their shoulder? It's the same idea. Here I have a little bit of tension just from stretching, and then the tension goes away. But now it goes to my shoulders. And I take a deep breath. I have a little tension from my diaphragm, but then the tension goes away when I exhale. And now the tension goes to the back of my legs and my neck. But then I let it go with the arms, I let my head hang, I shift side to side. So as I come up, again, I'm releasing tension. There's nothing that's really being stretched here until I get to the tops. And now the shoulders back here. And then let that tension go. It's like at any time there's some part of your body that has a little tension and you're trying to relax and let it go. And then if we keep kind of flipping it back and forth, that's where your mind has to keep multitasking. That helps relieve tension. Because you're thinking about your body instead of thinking about stressful things that happen throughout the day. Let's try one more of those and then we'll go on to the next thing. And breathe in, out, in, chin first, and then the rest of the spine, and the arms. Let all the breath out, let your head hang, shift your weight side to side. Even up your weight as you come back up. And breathe in. And breathe out. All right, next exercise. So our feet are about shoulder width again. Come back to spinning of the ball. Hands to the opposite hip, opposite shoulder. Bottom hand comes on the inside and up. Stretch up. We stretch down. And then let the breath out as we release. Come back to the ball in front. You can take as many breaths as you need to, but usually right about here is where I take in a deep breath as I stretch upward. And then exhale, let the elbows bend, let the knees bend, breathe out. And back to here. You can round your spine more by dipping your chin. And then we straighten the spine. I'm really not trying to arch on this one, I'm just trying to stretch my arms, my shoulders. And then if that's good, when we release, dip your shoulder to the right and try and look up at that top hand. And then we straighten back. And do the other side again. So I spin, try to conform my body to the big ball. Straighten up. Thumb points forward with the right hand. Other thumb points towards my hip. Stretch away. Relax and exhale. Another deep breath. Dip your shoulder to the left as you try to look at that top hand. And slowly back again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. Out. And back. Next exercise. We end up doing anywhere from 5 to 10, just kind of leisurely do them. When it feels time to move on, we go on to the next one. I try to touch my hand to my lower back, hand to the base of my skull, head towards the right side. And then release. Breathe in at the front, breathe out, inhale, so that was like the first part of that exercise. Then again we can dip, your eyes just kind of walk up the wall towards the ceiling, try to keep your chin all the way to the side if you can, and then back straight again. Bless you. Spin the ball, try and touch at the same time, relax the shoulders. Chin keeps turning. Take another deep breath. As much as you can, try to dip and lean to the left, but still keeping your chin towards the right. Your eyes just follow the ceiling. And back. Inhale. Exhale. Believe it or not, when you all do these exercises, they look a little different than how I do. A little bit. I can tell, I don't walk around and adjust everybody. Out of the corner of my eye, I'll see sometimes, like, oh, you might need a little help, but I'm not going to go over and touch anybody. So if we had our heels near the wall and our shoulders near the wall, when we do that last exercise, we try to still stay on the wall when we do that. Sometimes our backs and shoulders get tight and we pull away. A lot of the exercises, alignment, when everything balances out, and things relax or things get strengthened, or whatever the case may be. So, you see how I do it, you try the best you can. Occasionally evaluate and go, oh wow, my foot's pointing way off to the side. And if it's not something that you have some kind of issue that you can't adjust, then you just put your foot back in the